Go, 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 let's get it. I'm a trapping fanatic, that shit automatic, so I cannot turn it on or off. Bitches all on my dick, then she hop on my dick, I'm like, why you keep hopping on and off? Yo, bitch all on my dick, she be doing the most. I tell her, little bitch, she so extra. And my gun up on me, but not run up on me. Niggas, they wanna fight, they some wrestlers.
During the time skip, we get to watch Naruto grow up into his own person through his journey. It's a long and tough road laid ahead of our protagonist, but he gets through it day by day, without fail. As during the time skip, he masters a multitude of jutsu and abilities, and completes missions that he sets out for himself. As while this went on, the Leaf was sort of in a panic, as they had just learned of the Akatsuki and their goal, but had no idea where their own Jinchuriki was at. As for Naruto, he was seen, in a black hood years later, walking into the village. The guards at the gate would try to stop him, but he vanishes, appearing on top of the Hokage stone faces. He overlooks his home while smiling. So much hasn't changed after all. Naruto jumps down, heading to the Hokage building, and while Tsunade was doing paperwork, on Team 7's last mission, they see him leaning on the window outside. Naruto smiles, opening it and hugging Tsunade, who throws him back out of the window into the streets below. Naruto reappears in the room, telling her that was mean, but she hits him on the head, scolding him for his actions, as he's had no communication with the Leaf in these last couple of years. He would then laugh it off and throw something to her desk. It's a ripped Akatsuki robe. Wait, you encountered them? Yeah, and I dealt with them. She nods slowly, asking Naruto how strong does he think he's gotten since being away, because Sasuke has become one of their top jonin under Kakashi. Naruto looks to everyone in the room and sits down. I could beat all of you without fail. Sasuke asked Naruto to test his theory, but he exploded in QB chakra, as well as his Sharingan appearing. Naruto then calms down, and then moves his headband, showing Tsunade that he mastered the 100 seals as well. Jiraiya says that this is impressive, but he's gone on to master Sage Mode in Naruto's absence, so he believes he can still stop Naruto if need be. Naruto then explains on his journey how he's come across many different places, and a distant place that had called to him. This is also where he mastered a different form of Sage Mode. Naruto then stands up, saying that this threat can be dealt with easily if they act quickly, but that means alerting the other villagers. Naruto states that he's heading to the sand first to let Gaara know of this threat. Tsunade sends only Naruto and Temari, who was already in the village, as now, once they make it to the sand, they are able to tell Gaara of the threat, and he understands as a Jinchuriki and a Kage that he's a major target. While thinking of what they should do and what they should do next, they have to make a plan for defense, but it was already too late, as days later, Deidara and Sasori invaded the village. When seeing and hearing the explosions, Naruto and Gaara act quickly. Gaara covers the entire village in sand, making a sand-like dome, while Naruto reinforced it with wood release on top of it. The two would smile, knowing that this would protect them for a while, and it allowed the sand shinobi to evacuate their citizens to a safer location. Deidara and Sasori sat on top of the dome wondering how strong it is and when they could break it. And where did this tree come from? There's no water here. Suddenly, one of the branches then stabs right through his heart. Deidara coughs up blood, looking behind him to see a Naruto wood release clone. God damn it. Deidara then leaves it all to Sasori, performing one of his biggest explosions that actually cracks the sand dome a lot and opens up a space, but is quickly reinforced by Naruto's wood release. Naruto would then appear right behind Sasori, stabbing him as well with his hand, and then wood release explodes, tearing his body apart. This is when the other puppets would appear. So, this is how it's gonna be. Well then, let's get started. All you get to see is Naruto's pupils go into a slit, and then the next thing that Gaara would see, once letting the dome down, is all the dead bodies of the puppets falling down, and Deidara's body falling as well, or what was left of it. He thanks Naruto for protecting his home, and Naruto nods. With that, He decides to send a clone back to the Leaf and to every other village to warn them as he goes on his journey once again. You see, because Naruto was isolated due to Danzo's actions, he's become more of a solo shinobi who doesn't really trust those around him. Not yet, at least. Naruto's clones actually encounter Kisame and Itachi, well, their clones, who tell them where to meet up with Sasuke. And the two Akatsuki members that Naruto had dealt with during the time skip were Hidan and Kakuzu, so the Land of Fire was safe for now. Jiraiya still does leave in order to find out more about Pain, their leader. And with that, this is where Jiraiya would still lose his life. And I know that we all would want him to survive, but the shock of fighting 6 opponents, especially being caught by surprise and without one arm, would be too much for him. And with that, Naruto was away from the village and him, so he had no idea where he was, as the only thing he was worried about was the two-tailed Jinchuriki, because he had made it near the Land of Lightning. With that, his clone, well, would still have one in the Leaf Village, and it would go up in smoke, relaying the memories to Naruto, who was still in the cloud. He then falls to the ground crying, realizing his master's death, as Killer Bee and the Raikage would try to help Naruto up, but he can't be talked to. He stands up, vanishing from the room, as he now appears in the Hokage's office. Who did it? Not now, Naruto. We're just as upset as you are. No. Tell me who killed him. Tsunade sits in silence, and then Fukasaku tells Naruto that Jiraiya boy was killed by the leader of the Akatsuki. Naruto then slams his fist into the wall, asking one final question. Who allowed him to leave without taking me with him? Sakura tries to get Naruto to calm down, but he tells her to shut up and back away. Everyone stayed silent for a moment, and Tsunade said that she didn't stop him from leaving, and Naruto looked at her with betrayal on his face. This is when Naruto leaves the room, going to the stone faces once again, as he sits on top of his father's head while crying. All the memories of Jiraiya flood his mind while looking out toward the horizon. Sadness, and then rage fills his body. This is where his own Mangekyo Sharingan would awaken, and with his genetics, it's sort of a pseudo-EMS. It's obviously not the same, but he won't go blind or have immense strain when using it. With his pattern being, let's say, a swirl with black markings extended all the way out, kind of like the thumbnail. The feeling it gives Naruto is intense, and he decides to leave the village once again. No one would know this until the Yamanaka clan alerted the Hokage. They simply would let Naruto go because they can't stop him, but they do wonder where he would go. As now some time does pass, before the Leaf Village is attacked by the Paths of Pain, but as the destruction is about to occur, Naruto reappeared in a modern battle armor from the Warring States period. As his hair swayed in the wind, his grandmother was reminded of Hashirama. Naruto looks across, seeing the Diva Path, asking if he really wants to continue this battle. You do not understand true misery, Naruto Senju, but I will show you true pain. He lifts his hands in order to use the almighty push, but Naruto grabs his face and the two go flying away from the village as the Diva Path is thrown through a large tree and looks up to see Naruto with his eyes glowing. Another path then appears, striking at Naruto, only for a blue glow to then stop it. The other paths would appear, wondering what they should do, but they go all out against Naruto, trying to capture the Nine Tails. Meanwhile, back in the village, Tsunade sends out a Jonin team to support Naruto, but Sasuke was already heading towards him. The crazy thing is that once he arrived, all he could see were the Paths of Pain killing each other. It didn't make sense to him at all. This is when Naruto finished off the Diva Path, crushing his head below his feet, as he then turned back to the other remaining paths and releasing the Genjutsu so that they could see him once again. When looking at Naruto, nothing had made sense to them. But, seeing as how much damage they had already taken, Naruto spoke no words, rushing in and placing his hands on the two paths that were left. This one is for you, pervy sage. Naruto's hands glow, an explosion of chakra would then go off right after. Seeing this power and wanting it for his own, Sasuke would scoff. But then, Naruto turns his head towards him, as he would see the Mangekyo Sharingan of Naruto SENJU. Naruto now jumps into the air and begins to float with the use of his Mangekyo ability. There you are. He then vanishes in an instant, bursting into the hideout of Nagato and Konan. Naruto doesn't care for any type of conversation, only asking one simple question. Where is Madara Uchiha? With Nagato giving no answer, Naruto walks towards him, completely obliterating him with his own chakra explosion. And with that, Naruto returns to the leaf, being celebrated, but he ignores it all, as he would later be promoted as a Jonin. But Tsunade wanted to know what happened during that battle. Naruto stated nothing, only that Pain was dead, as now they could hunt down the real leader. But before any of that, it seemed that another mission was at hand, hunting down Itachi Uchiha. So Sasuke would head out with Sakura, while Naruto decided to stay in the village just in case anything else were to happen. And with all the other villages and Jinchuriki already being warned, no tail beast had been captured just yet. When departing the village, Sasuke and Sakura meet up with Naruto, who looks them in the eyes, wishing them luck on their journey. Sasuke says they'll be back before he knows it, and before Naruto even finds Madara. Naruto would smile, as the two would leave the village. So, what's going to happen next? Is Sasuke here, strong enough to take down Itachi by himself? Will Naruto find the masked man and allow his revenge and Kurama's revenge to finally come to fruition? And what about his pseudo EMS? Just what could the abilities he have be? You'll get to see all of that and more in the final part of this What If. My name is Zero, and if you like this content, consider subscribing to my channel, and I'll catch you all on the next one.